What up, people? Like I said in the previous video, I'm going to try to enter 5 different contests because who doesn't like free stuff and who doesn't like to help everybody out by showing love? I don't want to have 5 different videos because you probably get enough of seeing my face too much, and I don't want to bore you with, or just, what do you want to call it? Throw too much stuff on your feed and everything. So instead of having 5 different videos, hopefully it's alright with the contest, the people who are holding the contest. I'm going to try to combine a couple entries into one, and yeah. So hopefully this counts. In this one, I'm going to try to do 3 entries. The first one being Filmme Fatale. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Her 200 subscriber contest. Definitely a great person. Great video she has up. This particular contest that she's holding is for a copy of the Desolation of Smaug, the Hobbit movie. She has one question and kind of like a little added initiative if you wanted to do it. Her question is pretty much just, what do you like about the whole Lord of the Rings / Hobbit genre, or just a whole story and put together. Like, if you like a certain character, it could be through the books or through the movies. So pretty much, she said, if you like a certain character in a book, or if you like the person who plays the character in the movies, just pretty much give something about what interests you in the whole Hobbit realm kind of deal. And let me say that the thing that actually introduced me into it was in high school. I read the book The Hobbit. I enjoyed I was never a big reader. I was always into movies, so having to read books in high school wasn't really my top priority. So reading The Hobbit, I actually enjoyed it. I don't want to say thoroughly, but I enjoyed the storyline. I didn't enjoy reading it. Anyway, that's off topic. I remember, now I can't even think, early 2000s when they decided to bring out the Lord of the Rings. Honestly, I did not know that they went together, and I remember not even giving it a chance until the one time I went to my cousin's house, and he happened to get the first Lord of the Rings movie, and I was like, you know what, I'm hooked on this. I'm watching the movie, and then, you know how they did it, they cut it off at the one scene, and I'm like, wow, I gotta go see the second one. Then I saw the second one, and then I saw the third one, and realized that the whole thing was combined. You know, the Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings were together, and I was just like, you know what, I can't wait for this Hobbit to come out. I'm like, I read the book. Didn't read the Lord of the Rings book, but just seeing how they made the movies the way they were, I was like, you know what, I can't wait for this Hobbit movie. And the first Hobbit, I enjoyed thoroughly. I just watched the Desolation of Smaug, and it's another great movie. Maybe could have been a little bit better, but whatever. Now it's got me pumped for this last movie. I mean, if they know how to do it right, and the way Peter Jackson has been doing it, I mean, I can't see how this movie will fail. Because if you've read The Hobbit, you know what's coming. Like I said, they went to the book pretty good, so I'm guessing the same thing happened with The Lord of the Rings. I never read them, but I'm sure that the way it's been going, that they'll follow through with the book. So, yeah, just that whole reading The Hobbit and then seeing the movies kind of got me into the whole genre, I guess you want to call it. I never really followed one character. They all pretty much are the same to me. To tell you the truth, though, in the Lord of the Rings, Frodo kind of annoyed the crap out of me. It just seemed like, I understand he had a big part in the movie, but I don't know. It's just I didn't really like his character that much. even though he's pretty much the main part of it. I just didn't follow it as much. So hopefully that answered your question, if that's good enough for your what you were looking for. But also, Film Fatale said if you want an extra entry, you don't have to do it. If she will give you an extra entry if you wanted to. I was thinking about the whole time I was gonna make this video. I was thinking about it. She says if you want one extra entry, do an impression of Smeagol, and I am not. I'm not good with impressions. I should every once in a while I'll try to throw my voice or talk a little higher, but I don't try to do anyone else's voice because I suck at it. But for an extra entry, is an extra entry. So I will attempt it. I'm not going to talk very long. So let me actually try to think of how it goes. No. My precious. Oh yeah, forget it. That was attempt. It was an attempt. So hopefully that gets me at least half a credit. Just put. Anyway. Again, congratulations on 200 subscribers. Here's to more, 200 more. Definitely deserve more. And hopefully that was good enough for your contest. There is another contest. I just recently came across this guy's channel. Definitely enjoy his stuff. So it's definitely one that I wanted to enter. So this one is for SimonSaysMovies. Honestly, I came across your channel a little too late. I should have been watching it for a while, but this is his 200 subscriber contest. He has 3 questions. Well, technically 3 questions. He's got 2 questions, and then he wants you to ask him a question. So it's kind of like a Q&A in a contest entry, which is pretty cool. I think it's definitely a way to interact. The first question he has is if you could choose any one from a movie, excluding superheroes, who would you want to be your best friend? Who would you pick to be like your sidekick, your best friend kind of deal? But it can't be a superhero. So I should have been thinking about this a lot or better, but off the top of my head, I would probably have to. Now I should have been thinking about it a little bit more, but I'll just go with. Actually, it'll go with a movie I picked up a little while ago, and that movie happens to be one of my favorite. I'm just going to choose his character in this because he seems pretty cool and would be an interesting, wise-ass kind of person. And that's I can't even think of the guy's name, but he's Goldberg from the Mighty Ducks. But in Heavyweights, he plays this the one character. And he just seems like a wise-ass. If I ended up going to a camp, he'd probably be one of my close buddies. He kind of reminds me of myself at that age. More of a wise ass. Not really an asshole, because there is a difference between assholes and wise asses. And he's a wise ass. And that's how I grew up, being, a smart aleck, but not being a bad person per se. It's just you got a little wiseness to your speak. So if I had to have a good friend or a buddy to hang out with, it'd be his character from Heavyweights. So hopefully that kind of answered your question. You also asked, what is your favorite steelbook in your collection? Honestly, I've only have 2. It's not that I'm against steelbooks. It's just that I just never. I've always gone for just a regular slipcover kind of deal. I just like the way it looks in my collection. If I throw a steelbook in it, maybe if I started collecting steelbooks from the beginning, not saying I won't start or won't get any. I actually picked up the one Game of Shadows they had pretty cheap at Best Buy, so I picked that up. So if anything, I'd say that one just because the cover art is it's really nice. Like I said, I'm lacking on the whole steelbook thing. I only own two, I believe. I think it's the Resident Evil Extinction and then the Battle LA. Actually, if I had to choose that one, the cover art for that one is actually really good too. So I'm actually gonna pick that one, and that would be the Battle Los Angeles, the one with the army against the aliens. So if anything, I'd say that one just because I like the cover art. But like I said, it's just I just haven't been collecting the steelbooks. So yeah, that would be my favorite. So hopefully that answered that. And you asked us to ask you a question. So if I had to ask any question, it would probably be, in your opinion, out of your whole collection, what was your best buy, your best bang for the buck, I guess? What you think was a great buy? Me myself, I try to look for any deals that there is, and there's some over the years that I've came across that definitely were a lot cheaper, and now I look at it and they're good money. So what was your best buy for what you got it for? So hopefully that answers your question. So again, congratulations on 200, and here's to many, many more. And my last, I'm not very good at editing, so it's just gonna go one into the other. I know some people like to cut it. I just show you what I have. It comes as it comes. Yeah, that makes no sense. Anyway, my last entry is for a guy that's just blowing up in the community right now. He's only been here for a couple, maybe 2 months or a month and a half, I think he said. Really cool guy. Always interacting with people on here. He's just one of the people that deserve what he gets, kind of deal. And that's BekindRewinds, and this is his 300 subscriber contest. You definitely deserve it. You're going to be up past me sooner or later. I know that. But definitely one of the people that just makes this community what it's supposed to be, where he watches everyone's videos, he comments on everyone's videos, he has great videos himself. It's just one of those people that make this movie collecting, Blu-ray community, everything that it is, what it is. So congratulations on 300. You asked, what is your favorite sci-fi film? Honestly, I was never a big... I mean, I own movies, but that genre wasn't really my top genre. But honestly, one of my recently favorite movies is definitely... I guess you could kind of call it a sci-fi movie. I'm guessing you can, because there is like a alien in it and whatever. But I'm going to pick Super 8. And the reason I like that a lot is because it kind of reminds me of a really good childhood film of mine, one of my favorites, and it kind of has that gist to it kind of deal, and that it reminds me of Goonies. There was no gigantic monster in Goonies, but Super 8, just the camaraderie between the little kids that are in it, and just the way they do it, and they're going on an adventure and trying to figure this out themselves. It kind of reminds me of like a modern day Goonies. Like I said, definitely two different realms, but I don't know. I just got the gist of that. That's what I think. I think it kind of reminds me of the Goonies. So, if any sci-fi movie, hopefully that counts as sci-fi, but any sci-fi movie out of the past years or whatever. I know Aliens is really good and stuff like that, but just the gist of this new one, just the I actually did pop it in a few days ago, so now it's refreshed in my mind. But what's her name? Elle Fanning is in it, the younger sister of Dakota Fanning. She's gonna be a great actress. I don't really know the other ones, to tell you the truth, but she was a really good actress in it, and just the way it was made, I enjoyed a lot. So hopefully that does count as sci-fi. Hopefully this is a good enough entry into the contest, and yeah, 300 is definitely a good benchmark that you can put, and you're just going to rise and rise and rise. And like I said, sooner or later, you'll be up and above me. So I'm just going to wait and see you rise. So hopefully that worked for you guys. Again, Film Fatale. Again, hopefully I said that right. SimonSaysMovies and BekindRewinds. Congratulations on all your subs. And hopefully my answers were good enough for your contests. On the bottom of this video, I will post their links to their contest. And yeah, I will see you for another video because I have some more entries. So I'll see you.